Hi, I'm your hair restoration expert, Dr. John Frank, and welcome to Hair Fix Friday. Well, I think this weekend is the NFL draft. What an exciting thing. What a spectacle. It just keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger. I remember back when I was in college, a senior in college, and I was ultimately drafted in the second round. What a crazy day. I didn't even have cable TV at the time. I had to buy a 50-foot telephone cord and run it from my apartment to the neighbor's apartment and borrow their cable TV. The phone rang, and it was the second round. It was Bill Walsh, and I said hello, and then the call waiting started to blow up, and it was my parents on the other line, and I could hear everybody. They were having a party in Pittsburgh, and it was very exciting. Now, how does this relate to hair? What can we talk about? Do helmets cause hair loss? What about some of the medicines or maybe even things that football players take for performance enhancement? Does that impact hair? Well, let's put it this way. The players that are being drafted, they have all these metrics: their speed, their strength, their grit, their skills, their family, their character, and they still can't determine who's going to be successful. And there's so much money at stake. Hair transplant is kind of the same way. Not everybody has benefits from having a hair transplant. Many do, and that's the real value. You know, you look at these $500 million contracts, hundreds of millions of dollars in football contracts. The real money in hair is the ability to have a time machine and try and figure out how your hair transplant is going to look in the future. And that's really my greatest value. And so if you have hair loss and you go for a consultation, I urge you to pay for it. Please don't fall suckered into something where you're getting a free consultation where you're being sold just a transplant. You want to see somebody, you want to pay for it, and you want them to be willing to turn you away. Maybe try medicine for a while or not do anything at all. That's really the only way you're going to get frank and honest advice. So I hope your favorite college athlete gets drafted and does very well in the NFL, and your team gets the most value out of their players, and it's exciting for you. And until then, we'll see you next time on Hair Fix Friday.